alive. Fire for God, I'm screaming alive. Everybody feeling alive. Just the spirit between and alive. Get your healing and come alive. God not dead, my youth in alive. Visions and dreaming come alive.
I gotta say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever in the world you are, you're tuned to Love 101 FM, the family station. Hey, I am Sara-Ann, the chirpy one, keeping you company today inside Alive, one to vibe on this Throwback Thursday. Hey, we're live on Facebook and also live on YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. So sign on, rock on, roll on, jump on, whatever you gotta do. And also ensure that you share the live as you come on here, okay? Also, children of God, you have to comment so that I can know that you're here. Comment, comment, comment. We're live on Facebook and also on YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. So, gotta say good afternoon to my friends listening to us on the FM band at 101.1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Good afternoon to you. My friends listening to us online at www.love101.org. Hello. You're listening to us via the app that you have downloaded from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Good afternoon to you. Taxi drivers, bus drivers, conductors and conductresses, passengers, essential service workers, software developers, programmers, employees, employers, silent listeners, ardent listeners. Good afternoon to ya. Hey, today you'll be inspired, informed, entertained, and engaged. In a moment, I'll bring you highlights from the news. 1:45 minutes aside, that's the rollover edition from yesterday that will go to everyone. 2 o'clock prayer blast, and that's prayer for children. 2:15 pieces of the past or history lesson series out of many, one culture. And this is part 2, and we'll be talking about the Chinese who came. 3 o'clock we go proverbially speaking. Sayings of the Trinidadians, part 2. 3:45 we have celebrations. So at that time you send me your birthdays and anniversary greetings. 4 o'clock the Small People Show comes your way with the Auntie Colleen. Then 4:55 they're about we wrap it all up inside Alive. 1 to 5 on this Throwback Thursday. How you feeling? How you feeling? I'm feeling good. Just like I should. Yeah. It is now time for highlights from the news at this time. Now, divorces average 20 months, but some as quick as 16 weeks. Now, the average time for the completion of divorces in Jamaica has been slashed from 3 years in the past to 20 months in recent times, with many couples in the last year untying the knot within 16 weeks. Now, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck, who made a disclosure in Parliament yesterday, said that divorce matters could be dispensed with even quicker if the necessary legal documents were completed properly by attorneys. In his contribution to the sectoral debate in Gordon House, the Justice Minister said he has also seen a marked reduction in other non trial matters, such as probate and hearings before the masters in chambers. Now, BOJ slammed for the role in banking abuse. Now, the Bank of Jamaica BOJ Governor Richard Bowles faced intense criticism during yesterday's meeting of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, PAAC, and was accused of being complicit in the banking sector's alleged ripoff of customers. The assault came from PAAC member Fitz Jackson, who has led a years long campaign of public chastening of banks, whose appetite for user fees he has described as rapacious. Now, Jackson pilloried the BOJ in its role as regulator for remaining silent despite increased scrutiny. That's it, despite increased scrutiny and public concerns over questionable banking practices, which he said were tantamount to abuse. In other news, overweight men more likely to die from prostate cancer. Now, that's every 10 centimeters, that's 4 inches on a man's waist, increases his risk of dying from prostate cancer by 7%, according to a new study. Now, the largest ever conducted on a possible link between obesity and the disease. Prostate cancer is the second most commonly diagnosed cancer in men and the fourth most common overall, according to the World Health Organization. But its relationship to obesity remains unclear. Now, to get a better idea of the size of the risk, researchers examined all the relevant studies published on the subject so far, which covered 2.5 million men and analyzed new data on more than 200,000 men in the UK. With each 5-point increase in body mass index BMI, the risk of dying from prostate cancer rose by 10%, according to the study published in the journal BMC Medicine. Finally, from highlights from the news, region urged to develop robust strategies to deal with the economic impact of COVID-19. Now, Caribbean Community CARICOM Trade and Economic Development Ministers say the region needs to develop robust strategies to respond to the impact of coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic is having on Caribbean economies. Now, the Guyana-based CARICOM Secretariat, in a statement issued following the Counseling for Trade and Economic Development (COTED) meeting held last week, said that the impact of COVID-19 on member states was one of the main agenda items of the meeting. It said the meeting, chaired by the Minister of Trade and Industry of Trinidad and Tobago, Paula Guppy Schoon, was held against the background of the steep output losses to the tune of about 20% in 2020, the first year when protocols were established to help curb the pandemic. And those are the highlights from the news at this time, Thursday, May 5, 2022. So it's the 5th of the 5th, 2022. We trust that you were, as usual, informed. Now it's time for me to go ahead and mark the register. So let's see who we have here. Who do we have here? Let's see. Facebook and YouTube. My friends on WhatsApp Live. Good afternoon, 876-997-3125. Just go ahead and hop on to the live Facebook or YouTube. I usually get everyone on there. Let's go. Okay, so first I have Carly and Stewart, good afternoon. Diane Walters, Freddie Blaise, Barbara Griffiths, Iona Ashburn, good afternoon. Ricardo Portias, Joan Tomlinson, Marva Lindo present, Angela Masters, Erlene Grant, Colleen Oliphant, Mary James. That's Mary James. Valerie Stewart, good afternoon to you. Marvin Murphy, Nadia Bingham, Sonia Hamilton, Claudia Wood, good afternoon. Sharon Green, Marva Miller, Medreese Clark, Delroy Melvin, Pearline Mills, Eleni Taylor, Kathleen, good afternoon. Enid Kelly, that's Gregory Diesel, good afternoon. Cynthia Williams, Donna McCoy, Carlene Mendez, Virtue Girl Douglas, good afternoon. Valda Edwards, good afternoon. Marvin Murphy, Keisha Singh, Lisa Daly, Sandra May, good afternoon. Marsha Lawrence, Angela Walsh, Wilson Hudson Shakespeare, good afternoon to ya. Samantha White, Vanetta Scott, Blinky Brown, Elroy Wedderburn, good afternoon. Janet Grant, good afternoon. I see you're present. Natty Nola Dobson, good afternoon. Natty Nola. Carol Miller, Carol, good afternoon. Jerry Meredith, Vanetta Scott, Paulette Stevenson, good afternoon to ya. Maxine DaCosta, Winifred Henry Williams, Denise Alicia Dunkley, Carol Hibbert, good afternoon to ya. Sandra Ellison, Christine Humes, Kayla Clark Stevenson, Registered Nurse Denden, Olive Griffiths, Jackie Koch, Maxine Kelly, Winsome Campbell, Yvonne Scott, Skeeta Cherry Stewart, good afternoon. Adeline Clark Robbins, that's Adeline Clark Rooms, good afternoon to you. David Watson, RGD, good afternoon. Melody Cooper, good afternoon to ya. Marine Alexander, Juliet Johnson Strachan. Hope I got that right. Marine Alexander, you missed me 2 days. I was on, You weren't on. All right, got everybody on Facebook and on YouTube so far. So I'm just gonna take a few from the WhatsApp live. Sister Mary, good afternoon. You're first in line. Sister Bradshaw, Sister Murphy, good afternoon. Mama P, Barbara, Camille, and Jocelyn, Neil in Braze River, St. Elizabeth, Charmaine from Pepine, Auntie Donna, good afternoon. Marvin from Massachusetts. Who is this? Sara-Ann Chirpy. Oh, you meant to say Chirpy. Vivian Dixon from Lacovia, good afternoon. Rose from Hampton Green. Auntie Bobette, good afternoon. And who is this? 4368. Sister Mahoney, good afternoon. Granville, good afternoon. I can't get everybody, but Sister J. Smith from Yalas, good afternoon to you. And to Bean, I want to Bean and Elaine from Knott's River. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Huntley Marshall, good afternoon. Facebook and YouTube, I see you. And Denise, I see you too. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's now 1:15 on the family station, Love 101. It's time for the music. Are you guys ready? It's the Throwback Thursday, and we're ready.
It's karaoke. Sara-Ann is here. I have been waiting for so long. Welcome the chirpy one. Her presence electrifies everyone. My mother's listening too. She said she feels like she's 21. What? I know that's what she does to you. Such a great spirit, plays in the spirit too. So expect a miracle. Anything's possible.